Leaders have a leadership map to navigate their journey. Leadership mapping, and where are you on that journey? I wrote a little poem, a little bit of a Dr. Seuss moment. Not quite, but I thought you needed a little bit of fun. We're starting the journey you're about to begin. You're partway there, partway in. Where will this path go, and how will you know? If you navigate off course, who will be your guide? Who's there right by your side? Okay, so let's set the scene. We've landed into a leadership job and the start of a journey. Okay? You have the seat, the job, the title, the office, the people to lead, and sometimes even a brief for a job description and a scope of work. You've got tasks to do. And if you are really lucky, we get meetings with the boss and they direct us to tasks and measures of what we and the team need to achieve and complete. Fantastic! Got the job, the tasks, the people. Now what? You've got all the whats and probably a little bit of what and when, and you know what needs to be done. But just importantly, you have to stop and plan the hows too. Without the hows, the whats aren't going to happen, and there are going to be bubbles in your leadership journey. We spend a lot of time looking at what needs to be done, what and when, for ourselves and our teams. Where leadership often fails is in the how. As much time needs to go into planning the hows, the strategic thinking, as we put into the what. And all of this before you launch into getting the team on board and building momentum before the cause. Can you apply this to your leadership learning too? You are mapping tasks and calendars for others, but what about your pathway? Have you mapped your leadership journey? How do you know you are making the impact in your leadership that you want and the progress in your leadership that you need? Are you monitoring your journey and not just the journey of your team? I drafted up this leadership success plan for your leadership and pictures journey. It's a draft. It keeps changing. It's a beginning. It will change and it will evolve. How will you know you are growing, you are moving? Before your next term begins, before your next year begins, take the time to stop and reflect. Look at the continuum right here, right now as you begin. Here's the action to take. If you want to be a 4 or a 5, print it out, grab your highlighter and be really, really, really honest. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? And what are you actually doing? What action are you taking? Feeling and thinking are easy, doing so much harder. Are you putting the effort and the focus into learning your craft? Are you learning the art of leadership, or are you too scared to step in? Or are you in boots and all? Every week I give you a core focus with learning questions, and you see notifications and thinking, yep, I know this, or I'll get into it. Or you're taking it a little bit more seriously and printing the A3 sheet, gluing it into your book, listening and watching the video, highlighting the points that jump out, answering the coaching questions, and spending the week applying the learning, challenging yourself. You are spending your money on this and have made a start. You've got a seat. You're in the team. You have begun the journey, but are you putting your best effort in? Are you getting into your leadership journey? Are you a 1, a 3, or a 5? No guilt here, because we are all on a journey. Life gets busy, it takes over, it interrupts, and new jobs, new teams, new environments thrust us backwards and forwards across the map. It is fluid, but this is your journey and you can jump in at any time. Measure it, be accountable for yourself. There's no one here telling you what you must do. This journey has you as the guide. I can give you the resources, the thinking, the challenges, and help you along the way. I can help you and support you, but I am not the driver. I am not in control. You are. This is your map, your trip, your journey. The only one that can achieve this is you. So where are you at and what's next? Leading with or without a title, find your why, find your what, and start to map your how and get on with it. Take on the challenge, print it, highlight it, post it in the group, be accountable, share it, make yourself accountable to everyone else. Sharing is a level of accountability. Sharing makes it real. Sharing is a step in the journey to growth, to making it happen, and to letting us support you. A new term is beginning. Start fresh, start with focus, go for it. Let's do it together.